All right, in this video, I'm going to show you how to make your presentation view. Presentation view is kind of the artistic looking view. We're going to do it in computer. I know, sometimes people actually draw them by hand. They oil paint them, they watercolor them, they pen color them, they do all kinds of things. I'm a fairly decent artist, but, I'm not real good when it comes to colors. All right, or as far as making colors with paintbrushes and things like that. It's hard to explain. Anyway, so what you want to start with when making your presentation view is an outside view of, a 3D view of your home. And you want to work in a simple resolution. I'm working in wireframe, I think. No, there's wireframe. I'm actually working in hidden line right there. And here I can adjust it. I can move it around freely. If you try to do that in the realistic view or anything like that, it's going to be really difficult to do because it's going to really slow your computer down. So what you want to do is get you a really good view of how you want to present your model. Might be something like this. Typically they'll want to see kind of an overall view, and that's pretty good right there. Now from here, if I want to take a look at it and get kind of a colored view, color idea, I can then click on realistic, give it a minute, and then it'll pop up as your realistic. Waiting. Oh, there we go. Okay, so there is the house in color. Okay, and that kind of gives me an idea of what I'm going to have. Now, what you want to do is you want to render. Okay, this is probably the simplest part of it. The hardest part of doing this is just getting a good view. I mean, just imagine that you're taking a photograph of a house and you're producing that. Okay, so I'm going to go to this down here to my little status bar down here at the bottom left. You'll see a tea kettle with a light bulb. You hover over it, it says show rendering dialog. So I'm going to left click on it, and it's going to pop up with my rendering dialog. Okay, now this is what I want a picture of, so all I really have to do from here is I can adjust my sun. Okay, now of course right now I'm just going to do a draft level resolution, and this is just to see, make sure I get everything right. If you do a really detailed resolution, it could take hours to render. So let's start with a draft, and it says set our lighting. Of course we're on the outside, so we just want the exterior lighting only. You can change the sunlight. Right here it says from top left. I can change it to top right and click apply, and you'll see how the shadows will change in the view here as soon as it gets through thinking. So there you go. You might like that better. Or you can go to in season lighting, which it will basically, whatever time of year it currently is, it'll just kind of give you what the lighting is for that season, and there we go. Then there's other different things here, solar studies and all that kind of stuff that you can actually change your views to. Let's do a still, and here we have summer solstice, winter solstice, spring equinox, fall equinox, and that changes again the way the shadows are going to show up in the house. Single day, 1 day solar study, summer, winter, spring, fall. Okay, and then multi-day, same stuff. Okay, so I just working here strictly out of the plain old lighting. So I'm going to set mine for sunlight from top right. Now I want it top left. And that's should illuminate the front a little better. If that's not already what I'm in, I think I'm already in that. Let me go to top right, see what that looks like. I mean, you really just never know. You just have to kind of try different ones and see which ones you're going to like. And I think I really like that top left better. And there we go. So there is my shadows, my lighting, and all that stuff. Here you can set your style like no clouds, few clouds. That's going to change your basically your light values. So if I click on, let's say, very cloudy, then it's going to create a lighting situation that you would get on a very cloudy day. Okay, I want to do it with no clouds. I want the sun to be out. Down here, of course, you can adjust your exposure after the rendering is complete. You can make it brighter, less, or darker. You can brighten your highlights. You can brighten your shadows, things like that. You can also, when you save it as an image, you can also put it in Photoshop or Lightroom and adjust colors, lighting, things like that as well. Okay, so from here, we're going to hit render, and it'll take a few minutes, so I'm going to pause, and then we'll be right. And now we have the finished product. It looks pretty cool. You see the house, the textures and things like that, colors, grains, everything else. So it looks pretty cool. It's something I would be proud of to show a customer. Now, one of the things you want to do when you're doing this is, filling in the background with a lot of trees, as you see I have. That just kind of gives it a backdrop. Another thing that I would do that I did not do on this one is extend the property to where basically the trees aren't sitting in space, and they would be actually sitting on dirt or grass or something. And two, there's also a way of putting clouds and stuff in the back here to give it like a blue sky and maybe some clouds, things of that nature. And all those things you can also do in Photoshop. So anyway, good luck. I hope you make a really good image here.